Hello again, it's Wednesday, May 9th, 2018. This is JournalTV and I'm Jerry Clark. It's time for the news. Perhaps it was the calm before the storm, but Covington City Manager Richard Douglas's proposal to raise the city's real estate tax by a full 8 cents drew zero public reaction from the larger than normal audience at Tuesday's City Council meeting.
First, there is a proposed 8-cent increase in the real estate tax from 76 cents to 84 cents. That would provide an additional $454,000 in additional general fund revenue. There's also an increase in sanitation fees of $8 per month for residential customers and 40% increase for commercial customers to match the residential rate increase. And of course, this is the second phase in the fee increase to address landfill expansion and sanitation collection costs.
A far larger crowd showed up for the Clifton Forge Town Council meeting last night, most of whom wanted to voice opposition to the town's proposed 2% increase in the meals tax. Here is some of that reaction.
But don't think people don't complain. They know every cent. They know when I raise my prices, she said it best, 1 out of 3, maybe 1 out of 10 goes up every week. And they don't keep the lights on. They don't pay the payroll.
We fill up your streets every day, and you're asking us to be the brunt of introducing this tax to the customer. We are the ones that get to explain it to them, why their charge of their bill went up.
Times are getting harder for small businesses. And if those streets were packed with businesses and we had no empty stores, we wouldn't be having this discussion because you'd have your tax base. So I'm worried that you're going to do this and it's going to not look such like a good deal for you to relocate here.
And we all know that when prices go up, consumers prioritize and they cut back on what they spend. So increasing the meals tax could lead to unintended consequences that I want you to think about a little bit. It could decrease the number of patrons in restaurants in Clifton Forge. And when that happens, businesses will have less gross receipts, resulting in less tax revenue for the town of Clifton Forge, not more.
So I'm praying to God Almighty that you really don't just decide that you're going to do something and just go gun for this is our idea, this is how it's going to be, this is what it's going to be, and keep doing that. Listen to the people in the town. Give us a voice. And when you give us a voice back, the Lord is going to be pleased with you. Not just us, but God Almighty will be pleased with what you're doing. But until we do that, there's a scripture that says, God is not pleased with a nation that oppresses its people. And you can't continue to do it because his hand is going to come on you.
Balchem Corp has stepped up with a generous donation to the bike rodeo event set this Saturday at the Jackson River Sports Complex. And now a word from our sponsor. Although JRTC Director Glenn Spangler noted that the center is about to end the school year, Friday will be a picnic day and an awards day for the students and their parents. Here he is informing the Joint Board of Control about Friday's schedule.
Our awards will be closer to 1:20 or 1:30 when we'll do that for our students later in that afternoon. But we will be serving our hot dogs and hamburgers and everything to each of the blocks.
What was expected to be about a $5,000 boiler update ended up being a $38,000 project at the old Jeter Watson School building, noted City Manager Richard Douglas. Douglas also noted that recent rain had caused staff members to hustle to keep the city's leachate from causing DEQ problems.
We had a minor boiler repair project at Jeter Watson Center, and you all know the age of that structure. And we got started. The contractor got started on that work, and it revealed a major project need. And we put that out through an RFP process and received a low bid of $38,600. Also want to compliment staff for recent efforts to manage and haul leachate from the storage tank of the landfill in order for us to not have an overflow and be able to maintain regulatory compliance. Mr. Dressler and I were texting back and forth in church on Sunday, and we had staff working around the clock, basically just to keep pace. That's how much water was coming off the mountain in the cell and going into the tank. So we had 3 trucks in operation hauling that leachate to the wastewater treatment plant.
The Clifton Forge downtown market will have 2 big changes this year. First, it will be held at Loop Street. Secondly, it will operate on Thursdays, not Fridays. Listen.
Are we asking that the market be located at the Loop Street parking lot? And we would like for it to be on Thursdays from 3:30 to 6:30. And the opening day of the market will be June the 14th, which is Flag Day.
And we'll be right back. Let's take a look at some upcoming events. And now for local obituaries. Thomas Montgomery, 77, of Covington, died on Sunday. A graveside service was held earlier today at the Alleghany Memorial Park. Dreama Crutchfield, 91, of Clifton Forge, died on Monday. Her funeral will be held Friday at the Nicely Funeral Home. Let's check out the local weather forecast. On Thursday, it should be partly cloudy with showers likely, high of 83 and a low of 59. On Friday, mostly sunny, high of 84 and a low of 63. And on Saturday, partly cloudy with isolated thunderstorms, high of 88 and a low of 67 degrees. And that's the way it is on Wednesday, May 9th, 2018. More stories, photos, videos, and interviews are available 24/7, 365 on AlleganyJournal.com, YouTube, and on our soaring Facebook page. Thanks very much for watching Journal TV.